Good morning.
Good morning.
So we're back at the salon for our weekly Saturday morning manicure, and you will probably see it on a Sunday. So I hope you are having a good Sunday. All right, so today we are going to do something different, and I will show you how I do actually quite a popular service at my studio, and it is just a regular nail manicure. And I'm gonna do it differently. So instead of using the EFILE for the full manicure, I'm going to use a cuticle remover, cuticle softener, cuticle remover, and it's this one, the ProLink Cuticle Eliminator, which I have in this little bottle. Majority of times I actually use the EFILE, but not everybody has the EFILE. So if you don't, you can do it, do the manicure using the cuticle eliminator. And I'm going to show you this product. And I'm actually kind of surprised that I haven't talked about this product before. So it's a clear coat that you apply on the nails that gives you like this really nice glow when the nails are exposed to the sunlight. So it's a really kind of a cool product. I've been using it on natural nails and also pedicures. It's fantastic. So it's expensive, but it's lasting me a very long time. And as you can tell, it's quite liquidy, so it doesn't thicken up in a bottle. So let's go and let's start with this manicure. And I always ask the client to wash their hands,
which I have already,
with the brush to clean the nails properly. And we're going to shorten them again. And this is going to be a step-by-step manicure, real time, to kind of, I'm gonna actually time it. And so you can kind of get a really good idea how long the steps take. Normally this type of manicure takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And then the polish part literally takes like 2 minutes, and it dries in 5 minutes. So it's a really cool product. And below in the description section, I'm going to include how do you call it? The time that it takes me to do certain steps, so you can kind of skip to the next step. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah? I don't know if I'm making sense. Probably not, but I'll look below and you'll see what I mean. This time I already had a coffee and I had food, so hopefully my stomach won't be growling. But look how well the nails are doing, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Eh?
Eh?
Can you tell I live in Canada? Eh? So once I'm finished, and that's how I was doing my manicures for a very long time with a cuticle remover, but then I switched to just dry manicures. Especially if you're doing IBX, you definitely don't want to be using the cuticle remover. So
why is that?
Because of the water. You have to wipe it with water, and you don't want any type of water in the nail before
Using an IBX.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah.
So you're gonna be putting a drop on each nail. And it's a good idea to wear gloves because this is a very, well, it's kind of an irritating ingredient. If you're working with it all day long, you would definitely, would not be good for your skin. So it has potassium hydroxide. That's what it's called, potassium hydroxide. And that's a very alkaline kind of an ingredient. So it just softens up the skin. It's kind of similar to, and it also has glycerin, so it's a little moisturizing. But it's similar to the callus removers So it kind of just breaks down the skin. So you don't want to leave it. If you are a beginner and if your service is a little bit slower, then you want to be finishing, well, you want to first finish all 10 nails, shaping, and then apply the cuticle remover, waiting 60 seconds or so, and then push back the cuticle and wipe it off, because you don't want to be leaving. If you're slower, it would take you much longer to file the nails, and you don't want to be leaving this product on the skin too long, because it just might irritate it. And you want to also wipe it off with water. You can ask the client to wash their hands, but I just find washing, it takes a very long time, because people go to the bathroom, they wash their hands, they look at their cell phone, they answer a few phone calls, and you're like sitting there kind of, you know, it's a waste of time. Have you been picking on this poor nail?
Maybe.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Quitting nail biting is difficult.
But I didn't bite.
Whatever you picked.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Same thing. Well.
Yes and no.
It's an ugly habit. I used to bite my nails too, so.
I can't even picture that.
Okay. So, I'm going to use another towel. Just give me 1 second.
I'm having such a fantastic experience and just...
I know, so relaxed.
So relaxed.
Okay, so here I'm going to wipe it with water. And now push it back. See how nice it is? This is actually a good thing to have when you have a new client and they have very overgrown proximal nail fold that's stuck to the nail.
And you don't have to use pressure normally.
No, this is very, very light. It comes off very easily.
Yeah, that stuff really takes the work out of it.
Yeah.
Because I can feel that you're using such a light hand, and it's just everything's coming off exceptionally well. Yeah,
but also because you don't have this skin here stuck to the nail, because when you're doing manicures on a regular basis, that whole area just looks much better. It's almost like you train the skin to form nicely around the nail by pushing it back on a regular basis. So, you know, sometimes people ask me, what do I do when clients come in with, like, they call it kind of horrible cuticles, but I still go through the same process. I don't overdo anything, because the good results come with time. And thankfully, people do trust me. And they believe me that sometimes it's a process, because otherwise it would be hard to book those manicures depending on how people's nails are. So this way I always book the same amount of time, and I tell them that when they do come on a regular basis, they will have better results. So that's it. And let's do this hand. So it didn't take me a long time to do this. And this water, I just put water in the little spray bottle. And you definitely, well, what I do is I change the water daily. I wash the bottle out and I change it, because, you know, it's just water, so you don't want it to, I don't know, go bad or develop any bacteria inside. So just do that. Have a little spray bottle that's used just for that purpose. It's pretty good, eh? And as you can see here, like again, I don't know if you can see it, I can feel it, that my tools that I use are quite dull actually. They're not scraping the nail. And that's why sometimes when I do the gel polish removal, people think that I'm scraping, but these are like really...
Yeah, they're not sharp. I mean,
they're not scraping. Yeah, I know. They're dull. Because I can't find them. And these are like so amazing because they're not sharp, but they're not dull. They have that perfect...
Yeah.
And I've seen them sold at many different places, but they're different. They're the ones that I've seen and I bought. They are much sharper and they're not cut so nice. You can see how they're like beveled. I actually got these ones.
These aren't from Catherine, are they?
Yeah, from Catherine.
No way.
From Singapore, when I was in Singapore.
That was like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
So yeah, these ones I bought and I repurchased them, I think from the same supplier, but they've changed. So I don't know if any one of you knows where to find these tools, please let me know. Because I have, I don't know how many of them, probably 20 or something, but I guard them like gold because I love them. We just get used to certain tools, so that's what it is. And that's it, that's done. This is a little skin that's torn, and I'm going to snip it. And many people call this skin a hangnail, but actually it's not a hangnail. It's a torn tissue, torn skin. Because hangnail would be actually a nail that's split here and like torn. But this is just
it's like the hangnail actually splits and just kind of pulls back. It gets caught on something.
This is not that. Yeah. Which one else? Yeah, so this is not a hangnail.
No, hangnails are
different.
Yeah, and they suck a lot more.
So if you don't have EFILE, let's just go further with this. You can actually, and if someone has a lot of callus, you can very gently with a file go here and bevel this dry skin. Well, it's not just the dry skin because you can't really fix dry skin by filing, but sometimes it's a little calloused skin that tends to tear. So people have to understand that they have to maintain their nails and they have to take care of them. So, you know, I can only do so much in 20 minutes. And they have to at least apply oil. I suggest at least twice a day, depending on their skin type.
Does engine oil count?
No, treatment oil. I know. And you don't have to use the metal file. I'm just using this one, so I don't want to pull out another file, but you can use like these files, and you want to use, I use this one for my own manicure, but you can use 240 grit, I would say. Okay, so I'll show you. Yeah, I would use the coarse side and take the edges off lightly. So I'm going to use this side. And there's a, oops.
Oh, I have lots of
I know, you just come, you're a mess.
I'm a mess.
You're a mess. So you can kind of get in there a little bit, especially this one.
Sorry.
and you can just notice the angle that I'm working on. Again, you just want to do it when people have a bit of a calloused skin, and if you don't see too much, then obviously you don't have to do this part. That's 14 minutes, and really it took me around 12 minutes, because I did this step twice, to kind of just show you. And now we are going to just wipe them with prep. At this point, actually, you can put cream on if you want to. You can do a little hand massage if you want to. But to be honest with you, it just depends on your clientele. If you're in a spa, or if your services are kind of geared more towards relaxation, then yeah, definitely. But a lot of my clients are busy professional women, and if I can do the service faster and
quicker the better.
The quicker the better, yeah. Obviously still good, they still want quality, they want safe, they want clean, but they also want it fast. So I skip all the unnecessary kind of steps, and it seems to work. Okay, give me both hands. Yeah, I ask clients not to kind of touch their face with the nails, because I just wipe them. There's something here. Oh. So Dior has amazing brushes. This applies super easy, super fast. It doesn't really chip. It kind of almost wears off. So very often people come back 2 weeks later and they still have the product on, but it's kind of like worn off. And it doesn't really give you a very high gloss shine, which is okay as well, because then if it wears, then you don't really see the difference. So it's a very low maintenance kind of manicure. This service would be absolutely fantastic if you're working in a hair salon and people are processing their hair color, and you could do this literally in like 20 minutes when they're processing. This would be an amazing addition. So if you're a nail tech who works with a hairdresser, this is a fantastic idea. That's what I would do, 100%. It's a good introduction to, you know, if you're starting out, to you and your services. You have a client in front of you for 20 minutes. Look, seriously, 17 minutes, 17 minutes, and that's done, and this is pretty much dry. I give it a minute, so you can put it under a dryer if you want to for a minute. Another kind of a cool idea is to have clients prepay for the manicure, and when the manicure is done, they can just leave without having to kind of dig through the wallet and everything else. And if you didn't put the cream on, you can actually do it after this, because this is dry enough to now put the oil on and the cream. So it looks kind of like nothing, but it's kind of like a glow in the dark formula, and when you go outside, it makes the pink part of your nail more pink. They kind of call it an instant French manicure, which That's kind of, I think, going a little bit too far. It's not, but it really makes the nails nice and healthy looking. And I recommend only one coat, because 2 coats make this too crazy looking outside, too pink. And in the next video, I will be doing, which we will be shooting right now, is I will be showing you the 5 dazzle dry polishes that I didn't swatch last week. So that's what we're going to do next, and I will link the other video in the description box and at the end of this video, so you can check it out. And there is like 5 light polishes of white colors and 1 darker. Okay, so we're done here, 19 minutes, amazing service. Let me know if you are going to try it, okay? Let me know if you've used the product, the Nail Glow by Dior, and I'm gonna show you, it's called Nail Glow. Another interesting thing, if you leave this out, the pink will fade completely. And that's, I guess, the pink pigment very often. It's not very, very stable. So I had this bottle, well, I had a bottle of this product that I left out in my pedicure, whatever tray, and it went clear. It still works. It just kind of, it's not as beautifully pink. So, and I'm able to use the product almost till the very end. So it's super expensive. I think it retails here in Canada for like $35, but you get like, I don't know, 100 application out of it probably. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great Sunday. Bye.
Bye.